All available experts, please report to room A9.
Hello guys, Axto here, and welcome to Long Words. This is actually a manual I wrote quite a while ago, and then Goodhood made into a module, as you can see here. Hopefully you can actually see that. So, the point of this module is you're going to be using one of these words in a playfair cipher grid to get from A up here to B down here. This might be a long process, generally. This is why this has been implemented, which gives you at least the range which you'll be in, which might take off some things, but I will warn you, sometimes it doesn't help. Because the range will wrap around, so if you get a bigger number for the first number, it just goes from that number to the end and then back round to the start. So you might be a small range going one way, but a gigantic range going the other way. But anyway, first let's find out what word we're using. You'll be able to tell which word you're using from the middle of the screen, from the first 5 letters. P-N-E-U-M, P-S-E-U-D, for example. So, if there are more than 6 batteries, no. Otherwise, if there are at least 2 empty pot plates, we have 1 but not 2. Forgot to turn off the no facing. Turn on the no facing even. If there is at least 2 empty pot plates, we have 1, but we have at least 2. At least 2 vowels. Yes, we have at least 2 vowels, E and E. So we're going to be using Flocky Knocky identification. I probably butchered that. We can go down to that one here.
Emergency cleared. All personnel, please return to...
Okay, ignore the rest of the rules. So this is just telling you you're going to be using it in playfair cipher. We're going to be finding a key section, and this will help us find it. The first value is this. Well, first looks like a crazy sum until you realise it's just batteries plus 1 times batteries plus 1, and then add that to the same with the ports and port plates. So that's going to be, we have 3 batteries, so that could be 4 times 2 battery holders, so it's 3, plus 2 ports, so 3, and 2 port plates, so that's also 3, which is, I'm going to just use textbook calculator so you can see what I'm doing. We have 4 times 3 plus 3 times 3, which gives us 21. Let's quickly copy down our word, just it'll make sense why we should do that in a second. And now we've got our first number. The plus 1s is just to make sure you don't get zeros at any point. The second value is the product of the serial number digits. Consider 0 as 10 in this case. We have 1 and 9. The product is 9. So it'll be 9, and we're going to be subtracting the product of the serial number letters. That's going to be 5 times 20 times 20 times 5. And then we're going to have all of this plus 1. And since we know this is probably going to be negative, when it says either number is negative, it of course means the second one, because the first one isn't going to be. Take its absolute value, so since we know this is probably going to be negative, let's take the absolute value right now by just taking the negative of this. So we have 9990. Just to check, moving this, okay, it gives us a negative, and then there will be 9 minus this quantity. This quantity being 20 times 20 times 5 is this, and then of course 9 minus that is the same as the negative of this minus 9, which is right, so we know we got it. Now, this is, of course, not in the range of this word. So we're going to take the length of this word, which hopefully notepad++ will show you the length of the word, 29. So 9990 mod and 29 is 14. So our range is 21 to 14. Okay, we're going to be going for the 21st letter back round to the 14th, which is unfortunately quite a big range. I think this is why I only generated one, because I knew I would probably get a big range. But at least it takes out 7 of the letters. So at least we can't complain that we're not having the job slightly easier. Now here comes the long part. This is sort of the brute force part of it. Let's start on letter 21, which, if we check here, is this I here. So here, so we're going to start with Ithaca, removing duplicate letters, so removing the second I, and then filling in the grid as you would normally. The B, already got C, D, E, already got I, F, G, H, already got I, skipping J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Let's see if AN goes to OF here. AN goes to CO, so no, so we can just move to the next letter. So we get rid of the I on the front here, which means this I comes back, and the T comes here now. So we can get rid of this T. You could now see why this is slightly brute forcey, and I'm sorry, that was the idea. So let's just keep doing this over and over again until we get it. We can see the F and the O and the F aren't in the right positions again. The next one. We could ignore the extra I there, but the F now returns. So we have this now. Can OF go to... Can AN go to it now? No. Next one. The I comes back and new O with the O there. We have this now. Still not. With the C, put the C back here. N with the N here. AN. Still no. The A comes back. And the F gets added here. AN goes DT, no. Next. L goes here. And we gain the T back again. AN goes to CI, still no. We can ignore the O here, but we get the I back. AN. Oh, this is looking promising. So if it's put in the same row facing to the right, you can see A goes to O, N goes to F. So this is hopeful. So the on flow is what we were looking for. So we have OF. Let's see if G goes to BG. GE. G goes round to B. E goes to G. We get BG. And finally LS goes to FT. LS goes to FT. So we have found our key section in ONFLO. So we click on the screen. And we get our module. So I can understand that this is a bit of work. But thankfully it tells you how to do play fair here, and it is just shifting stuff along and remembering to replace letters. Worst case scenario is getting along a large range for this. And best case scenario, I think, is this word. It's either this one or this one. Let me just check how many letters are in this one. 28. Yeah, so I think anti-social materialism is the best case scenario word. Just in general, for words and the words you might get and the ranges you might get. But hopefully you understand how long words as a module works. And I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. I'll see you later.